NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB! Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?
Thank you guys, that was awesome. And now to throw out our first hit, Charlie Ainley. Great job, thank you. And thank you, Kevin O'Leary, for catching that. Now to hear the two best words in baseball.
Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Chris Connolly and today we're at Seaside Park as the Magicians baseball team takes on the Winthrop Vikings. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Well, the 10-7 Marblehead Magicians are hosting the 7-10 Winthrop Vikings today. And on the mound for Marblehead, Ian Maud. And I'll go around with the lineups in a moment. But today is also Youth Baseball Day here at Seaside Park. And it's a nice day. It's a little bit cool in the mid to high 50s. Breeze is blowing at about 12 miles an hour. gusting a little bit, blowing as we look out at the flag is blowing right to left, pretty straight, right to left, and behind the plate we have Mark Nemaskal. He's the home plate umpire, and Mark Hall is the umpire in the field. And taking a look at Marblehead's defensive lineup, I said Ian Maud's the pitcher. Always seem to get a good performance out of Maud. Behind the plate, David Bartram. Around the infield from third to first, Riley Schmidt, Brooks Keefe, Bodie Bartram, and Chris Canuccio. Matt Mahan is in left. Drake Wyman in center, Shane Kehoe in right field. Marblehead comes in with a record of 10-7. They've qualified for the tournament, and they've won 6 of their last 7 games. 7-10 Winthrop Vikings. They will go with Jay Fontiakis as the pitcher, and Colin Kinsella behind the plate. Spencer Parco is the third baseman. Peter Silverman is at short. Nick Marchese is the second baseman. Zach Bogus is at first. Ryan Gagnon in left. Phil Boncourt is the center field, and Matt Noonan in right. They're coached by Mark DiGregorio. Marblehead coached by Mike Giardi. Home plate umpire Mike Nemaskal asking the home team coach Mike Giardi to move some of the people away from the field of play. They're actually in foul territory, but it's playable territory over there. As the first batter steps up to the plate, that's Peter Silverman. High pitch from Maud, ball 1. Strike, 1-1 to Silverman. We did a game last week, a week ago today, as a matter of fact, and saw Maud pitch, and he had a pretty good outing and a win. 2-1 to Silverman. This one's hit on the ground past the pitcher. Shortstop over there, picks it up and fires to first. Nice play from Brooks Keefe. And Silverman is down 6-3 for the first out. That brings up Colin Kinsella. Kinsella is the catcher. Left-handed batter. Maud delivers, and a curveball dropped right in. Nice pitch from Maud. 0-1. Maud delivers. This one's hit in the air towards right center. It'll drop for a base hit, and it's up the hill. Retrieved as the runner rounds second. The throw comes in, and it'll hold him at a double. Nice play by the defensive center fielder for Marblehead, Drake Wyman. He chased that down and held the runner to a double. So Kinsella hits a double to right center, is on second base with 1 out. It's Bogus, the first baseman, comes to the plate. Another lefty. Took a little something off of that one. Missed to the outside and low. Maud steps off the rubber. Batter steps out of the box. Everyone's back in and ready to go. Comes the pitch. This one's hit in the air towards left center, and a sliding catch. Yes, he made the catch, and out at second, a double play. This So Kinsella goes down 7-6. And it ends up being a 1-2-3 first inning. The Di Gregorio, the coach of, or the manager of Winthrop, is standing almost over the foul line near the right side, looking for a conference between. I guess Di Gregorio was talking to the home plate umpire. They wanted them to consult. The call was made by the field umpire, who had a considerably closer look than the home plate umpire. And the out is confirmed. And turns out to be a 1-2-3 first inning, but there was a double in there. But that Kinsella got doubled off of second base when Matt Mahan made a sliding catch. It looked like he wasn't going to be able to get to it, but he was able to. And that doubled him off, and only 3 batters come to the plate. Now Marblehead has a chance. Stephen Shepard, the designated hitter, will lead off. Riley Schmidt is in the number 2 spot, and then Shane Keogh, right fielder. Kind of a hitch in Fodiatis' pitching motion. It keeps the arm crooked, and then it comes. So around the infield for Winthrop, Fodiatis on the mound, Colin Kinsella behind the plate. Parco is at third, Silverman at second, Marchese at second, Bogus at first, Gagnon in left, Boncourt in center, and Noonan in right.
Now batting for Marblehead, number 12, Shepard.
Steph Shepard comes to the plate, designated hitter. That's from the right side. Riley Schmidt is on deck. Schmidt has 10 RBIs on the season, but none of those are in play right now because he's leading off the Marblehead first. Popped up in the air, catcher throws the mask, is after it, under it, and makes the catch for the first out. So Riley Schmidt comes to the plate. 1 out, nobody on, no score, bottom of the first. A lot of people here today, and a lot of them under 10. It's good, though. They get the excitement of the game, and on up high, ball 1 to Schmidt. It's a nice day for baseball. As we said, blowing from right to left in the dirt, ball 2. Fodiatis. This one's grounded slowly to third, up with it over to first, and in time. Just in time. Parco to Bogus. Out number 2. And it's Shane Keogh, left-hand hitting right fielder. First pitch swinging, carves it foul to the left side and well out of play. Fodiatis winds and delivers. That one just missed to the outside of the plate. 1 strike. Hit in the air towards left field and deep. Left fielder's trying to track it down. Gets behind it. He doesn't get it. It's a fair ball. It'll be a double. It's difficult in the left field too because of that uphill section. Goes as a double for Keogh. So both teams get a double in the first. Marblehead comes with 2 down. And I don't think he can charge an error on the left fielder there when he's trying to go uphill and track down the ball. It just throws you completely off. So we'll call that a double. My book is not official. The batter for Marblehead is Canuccio. First baseman, Chris Canuccio, number 15. Also a lefty. Way out by Fodiatis. 1 strike to Canuccio. Right back at us. It didn't look like it was right back at the camera, but I'm sitting a little bit to the left of the camera, or to the right of the camera, as you would imagine. Well, to the left of the camera from where you're looking at it. And I think it would have taken out Jess Burton, not me. He had his hands up ready to catch it, though. Canuccio with 1 on and scoring, but this one's hit deep right field, but foul. Turned on it a little too quickly. Runner at second is Keogh. Outside. 2-2. 2 down, runner at second. No score, bottom of the first. Attempted, but he correctly deciphered that that was going to be a little bit high, and it is. 3-2 to Canuccio. Swing and a miss, and Canuccio went at a bad one. Got fooled. Swinging strike at the end of 1. No score. Top of the second inning, no score. Phil Boncour, the center fielder for Winthrop, stands in against Ian Maud. Maud's first pitch is a curve that didn't break much, or maybe broke too much. It was outside anyway. 1-0. It looked like a fastball. It was nice and flat, but it was fouled away. 1 strike. Oh, hit him. Hit him on the hand. And so Boncour heads down to first base, hit by a pitch. So he goes to first. And it's Ryan Gagnon. Gagnon is the left fielder. He's the one that had to deal with that long drive to left by Keogh that forced him up the hill out there. Maud takes a look at the runner. Bunted. Third baseman comes down. He'll get it. Fires to first, and it hits the batter. He's safe. He was in the base path. So the bunt
Now batting for Winthrop, number 6, Matthew Noonan.
puts runners at first and second, nobody out. Matt Noonan, the right fielder, comes to the plate. Maud being uncharacteristically a little bit less than his normal control. Maud looks at the lead runner and then fires. This one's also bunted, but foul. Strike one. A 4-step lead off of first, about a 5 or 6-step lead off of second. In the dirt, nice block by Bartram. David Bartram behind the plate for Marblehead. So Maud's having a little trouble here in the first inning. No outs, 2 on. Maud swings the arms, but then steps back off the rubber after coming to a stop. Comes the pitch and a swing and a miss. Nice pitch that time by Maud. Gets the first out on a swinging strikeout of Noonan. The pitcher now, Jay Fodiatis.
Now batting for Winthrop, number 15, Jay Fotiadis.
Popped up, foul territory. Canuccio he's out of play, so he couldn't, even if he caught that over there, he had crossed that line that you see on the grass, the white line, just before the basketball courts, and that would have been out of play either way. So, but it's a strike. 0-1 to Fodiatis. A nice easy grounder to shortstop, and this one's card looks foul. It is, down the first base line. 0-2. One out, 2 on, no score. Top of the second inning here at Seaside Park. Marblehead in red against the Vikings of Winthrop in blue. This one gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance. They both move up one. Hit the top of Bartram's glove. Runners take advantage. Call it a passed ball. So now runners at second and third. So a hit could bring in a couple of runs. Called strike 3. 2 down now.
Now batting for Winthrop, number 11.
So it's Evan Rockefeller, the designated hitter. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Big curve, does not drop in, 1-1. In the dirt, Bartram blocks it. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on, no score. Top of the second inning. one's hit foul down the right field line. Rolls across the basketball court. Somebody might pick it up over there. The kids are running after it, that anyway. Comes the runner down the line. This one's hit in the air to left. On the run, Mahan. And it's a fair ball. And 2 runs have scored. Nice hit, and also hit right up the hill there, and Mahan had to be careful. So a double. 3 hits in this ball game. All of them have been doubles. And 2-run score. Winthrop takes a 2-0 lead with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. And a runner at third. So the little conference on the mound is over. Two runs in, 2 outs. The runner at second. Strike on the corner. Spencer Parco, third baseman. So it's into the ground. The shortstop gloves it, fires across, and has got him. So that's the 3rd out, but 2 runs have scored for Winthrop, and they're leading it 2-0, with Marblehead coming up in the bottom of the second inning. Bottom of the second inning, just about to get underway here. Bodie Bartram, the number 5 hitter in the lineup for Marblehead, is up. First pitch swinging, hits it in the air towards the center field. He's got to run a bit. Oh, it's the shortstop that got it, excuse me. I wasn't watching the ball, I was watching the outfield. But the shortstop made the catch in short left field, so it's a first out. Matt Mahan, the batter now. And that catch was made by Peter Silverman. Shortstop, wide-ranging guy. This one's hit in the air, foul territory, third baseman chasing. And he did not get it. And would have been a tough catch had he made the catch, but it was a nice try by Spencer Parco. Left fielder Matt Mahan. Matt Mahan. Comes the pitch from Fodiatis, a strike. Two strikes. Hit in the air towards left. Left fielder ranging back. It might be over his head. It is over his head. It bounces. Fair ball. Runner heading to second and standing up with a double. Four doubles hit in the game, 2 for each team. Brooks Keefe, the shortstop, wears number 1. Stands in with Mahan at second. Up a little bit high, ball 1 to Keefe. Nice block that time by the Winthrop catcher, Colin Kinsella. Second baseman, as they always do, comes over, pats the glove a little bit. That one's into the tennis courts. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, or 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Runner at second base. 2-0 Winthrop. Hit sharply over the shortstop, a base hit onto third. Throw comes into the shortstop. Runners stop at the corners. First non-double. Base hit of the ball game. Ian Maud now. The pitcher. Batting in the 8th spot. Can help his cause here. 2 on and 1 out, trailing by 2. There's a lot of pedestrian traffic up the hill there in left field now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people out there. One of them is one of those really, really short type of people. He's probably about 5 years old. Pitch is, and Maud goes after one that was way out of the strike zone. Two balls, no strike, or no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 on. Maud hits this one softly, it'll roll foul and it'll stay foul. Catcher slapped it away. Good strategy. If it rolled back across the line and died, it would have been a fair ball. So the catcher didn't want that to happen since Maud was only a couple of steps away from making it to first base. The bases would have been loaded. Here they still have the opportunity for a double play at second and first if it's hit in the right position. Runner at third. Ball is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, I believe. Mahan is at third. Keefe is at first. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for Maud. So Drake Wyman in the 9th spot in the order, the center fielder, comes to the plate here with an opportunity. A lot of room in left center. Throw over to first, back in time is Keefe. Fortias' off-speed pitch catches the corner for a strike. Fortiatis delivers, it's hit sharply on the ground to the shortstop, up with it over to second. No chance for 2, they don't really need it. They don't need it at all. 6-4 ends the threat. No runs scored at the end of 2. It's 2-0 Winthrop. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. We'll be right back. Top of the 3rd inning, Silverman at the plate. Winthrop with a 2-run lead, 2-0. Ian Maud on the mound. Hit softly on the ground to third. Nice catch there, fired across to first in the dirt. Canuccio picks it out of the dirt, and it's a 5-3 put out. Third to first, 1 down. So that was Silverman. Goes down 5-3, and it's Colin Kinsella. So 1 down in the top of the 3rd inning. It's Colin Kinsella, the catcher, at the plate, a left-handed batter. Ian Maud winds and delivers. Hit down the line and out of play or foul territory. Hits it into foul territory out there, so it's a 0-1 count to Kinsella. There's pedestrian traffic out there. Looks like a little girl out there rolling around in the grass in deep left. And let's see, we got a caravan of folks. About 6 people making their way across deep left field. A shot out that direction would be, that would put them in jeopardy. It would be a monster blast, but they're in the field of play, so it's a good idea to hold up play while they're in. Well, they're in jeopardy if it were to be hit that far, but I don't think I've ever seen one that went that far up the hill. This one's out to center field. Center field and left field are chasing it. It hits in the grass. Here comes the throw in. The shortstop is way out there to get the relay. Another double. Second double of the day for Kinsella. First one was a little bit to the right field side of center, and this one was to the left field side of center. And Zach Bogus is up. First baseman. Maud looking. This one's hit off the end of the bat. Third baseman comes roaring across, fires across, makes the play. Here comes the throw. He's safe. He's out at first.
Now batting for Winthrop, number 16, Philip Boncourt.
So 2 down, and Boncourt comes to the plate. Boncourt was hit by a pitch in the second inning and scored. And he comes to the plate with a runner at third and 2 down. In the top of the third inning, big curve drops in for Maud. He's got the curve working for him now. It was a little bit shaky with it in the first inning, but he's warming to the task. Bartram tried to frame it, but it's a little too far outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, runner at third. 2-0 lead for the Vikings of Winthrop. Maud delivers. Caught the corner, called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maud working quickly now. This one's fouled off to the right side and rolls over by the visiting stands, visiting seats over there. I think it's still 1-2. Boncourt swings and hits it sharply between first and second. That'll score a run. Boncourt singles. And Kinsella scores from third. 3-0, Winthrop.
Now batting for Marblehead, number 5.
Clutch hitting for Boncourt as he delivered with a runner in scoring position. And the batter is Ryan Gagnon. He bunted and eventually scored in the second inning. Throw over to first. Not in time, but close. Ganuccio set up perfectly there as the first baseman wants to be. You want to not block the bag, but get closer to the pitcher and have a good swing at him at the runner diving back. He did that, but just a fraction of a second late, as Boncourt was quickly back to the bag. Maud delivers, swing and a miss, strike. Strike two. A run in here for Winthrop in the third inning. They have three. Safe again at first. There goes the throw down to second base. It bounces, but they get him. And they make the tag, and it's a 2-4 from the catcher to the second baseman. That retires the side in the third inning. Marblehead coming up in the bottom of the third inning, trailing it 3-0. We'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports and MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking the donate button. We'll be right back after this break. Steph Shepard steps in for Marblehead to lead off the third inning. He's in the number one spot in the order. He's got some work to do here for Marblehead. The Vikings have a 3-0 lead. That one's hit sharply left field. It's going to get down there for a base hit. Bounces in the left field, bobbles it a little bit. But Shepard wisely makes the big turn at first, but doesn't go any further. So he singles to left.
Now batting for Marblehead, number 7, Riley Smith.
Riley Schmidt comes to the plate. Third baseman. Good way to start the inning for Shepard, the designated hitter. Gets a nice hit off of Fodiatis. Center field is shaded a little bit towards left, not straight away. Left and right are pretty much straight away. Looks at a ball. Just a two-step lead off of first base for Shepard. Schmidt looks at the ball outside, gets the walk. So first two runners reach here in the top of the third for Marblehead. Our first two batters, that is. So Keogh comes up with runners at first and second. Just what a So the umpire is admitting that he made a mistake. That's a memorable moment in baseball history, as he gave Schmidt the walk, but actually it's a 3-2 count right now. So now he gets the walk, and it's surprising that the runner stayed at second. I guess because there was no actual stoppage of play, and he went to second base, so he gets to stay there. But it doesn't really matter because the next pitch was a ball and ends up with the same thing. Nobody out and 2 on. Keogh comes to the plate, doubled in the first. Home plate umpire Namaskal trots out to the mound to break it up. Those at the mound meeting didn't even look at them. They just went different directions. So it's Shane Kehoe. Right fielder is Matt Noonan, and he's pretty deep. But Kehoe likes to swing inside out and hits it down left field line sometimes too. Fodiatis. This one's hit foul to the right side. Fielded by some of the basketball players over there. Just a little bit of a breeze. And it looked like he decided late on that one and fouled it to the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Shane Kehoe. Shepard is at second. Schmidt is at first. Kehoe with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. It holds with the foul ball. Nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Fodiatis delivers high and tight. 2-2. Hot shot to the first baseman. He looks at second but decides to take the sure out at first. And that means runners are at second and third as Shepard moves down. And Schmidt goes to second. And Kehoe is out, 3 unassisted. First baseman fielded the ball and went to the bag. Canuccio is the first baseman. He struck out swinging his first time at the plate. This is one of those opportunities in the ballgame that coaches say teams have to cash in these chances, where they've got a good chance, 1 out, runners in scoring position, and top of the batting order up. They've got to produce, especially trailing at 3-0 right now. About a 6-step lead off of second and only about a 3-step lead off of third for the Marblehead runners. 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Canuccio. Takes ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Marblehead. And Bodie Bartram comes to the plate. He flied out in short left to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. He comes to the plate here with 1 out and the base is full of Marblehead runners. Fodiatis delivers a swinging strike. In the dirt, Bartram holds off. 1-1. 1 out, bases loaded. Marblehead trails it by 3 to 0. Swung at a bad one. Matt Mahan is up next. Fouled off to the right side and almost past across the basketball court over there. Hit softly, shortstop has to come charging in, fires across to first in time, but a run will score. And Marblehead gets its first run of the ball game.
Number 4, Matt Mahan.
Second out of the inning, but a run scored, and that was Steph Shepard. Matt Mahan comes to the plate. Doubled in the second inning. He's got runners at first and second. Tie the ball game up here with a nice double.
Couldn't do a cupcake today. The Jacobs have 3 cakes, by the way. 1 for the kids' party, 1 for this, and then 1 for when the kid comes over. He's out of it.
Brooks Keefe is on deck. 48 pitches on the corner. Mahan didn't either wasn't happy with himself or wasn't happy with the call. I think he was probably not happy with himself. Just outside, well outside. Kinsella. It's like a pretty strong catcher for Winthrop. Popped up, catcher throws the mitt. First baseman's got a beat on it and makes the catch in fair territory. It looked like fair territory. So after 3, it's 3-1. Winthrop.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB. Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?
Top of the 4th inning, a 3-1 ball game with Winthrop out in front. And the Vikings come to the plate. Ryan Gagnon. Here's the batter. Leans away from one that was in tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1. Ian Maud on the mound, swinging bouncer, shortstop, nice dig out, but not enough time to make that throw. It was a wise decision by Brooks Keefe, and
Now batting
Gagnon
third,
reaches on a infield hit.
number 6, Matthew Noonan.
Matt Noonan, right fielder. Noonan struck out swinging last time. In the second inning. Throw to first, close, but not close enough. Ian Maud's gone all the way so far for Marblehead. Here goes the throw down to first, and as the basketball rolls behind the first base. I think that somebody could have caught up to the ball before it got to the playing field. Nice recovery there, retrieval by Bodie Bartram. Again, a throw down to first base, and very close. They'd like to get a pick off here. Got to keep runs off the bases, potential runs. Maud with a loose shoelace. Gagnon is at first base. Maud sets, delivers. This one's hit foul by the Marblehead bench. It might have hit off the shin, the left shin of Gagnon. And it's sort of a baseball tradition, like when something like that happens, the catcher will immediately walk out to the pitcher to talk for a moment or two, and the umpire will maybe clean the plate or whatever. They don't call a real timeout, but they let the player who got bopped or whatever, they let him recover for a couple of seconds. Maud sets and delivers. There goes the runner to second. Here comes the throw. It's going to be not in time and got past the shortstop anyway. Throw was a little bit short, a little bit short of the mark. And even if it had been caught, it was not going to be in time. So stolen base puts Gagnon at second. And Noonan struck out. Fodiatis is the batter with a runner at second base. He was called out on strikes in his first trip to the plate in the second inning. Pitcher against pitcher, Ian Maud on the mound and Jay Fodiatis at the plate. This one's hit foul territory. Catcher, it's really tough to make a play like that. Getting over there is not only do you have to get over there quickly, but you have to aim it correctly. Aim your run back there correctly, and that's what was the trouble for Bertram that time, is that he was a couple steps to the right of where he actually should have been from where the ball was tracking. And when the ball was coming down, he tried to reach across his body to make the catch, but couldn't do it. It's hit in the air, and Comes down right near Coach Giardi, but no damage done.
Like, you know, when the 9-year-olds go up, they're 9, they might make the AAA and they might be in AA. You don't know which one until you do the evaluation again. So like not all of them made it up. It was like 6 9-year-olds went up, and then so that just happens. Yeah, well they get all the 10-year-olds.
So 48 stands back in there with one on, runner at second, and one out. Ian Maud on the mound for Marblehead. She's up and away. It's hard to tell, but 48 is in the 7th position in the batting order. Doesn't look like a real strong hitter, so you don't want to ruin this opportunity. No chance to go anywhere. Third baseman came in front of Brooks Keefe. Riley Schmidt was the third baseman, and by the time Keefe was able to field it again, he had the opportunity to make a throw, but that would have given the runner at third a chance to go. So he did the right thing by holding it. 48 makes it to first. And Gagnon moves on to third. Evan Rockefeller, the designated hitter. Ian Maud trying to work out of this jam. This one's hit in the air. Behind the shortstop. Left fielder comes in, gets it. Here comes the throw to the plate. The runner stops at third and goes back. That was good work between the two defenders. The shortstop going out, the left fielder coming in. And the shortstop would have been hard-pressed to turn and make that throw to the plate, thus giving Swampscott's Gagnon the opportunity to try to get another run across. But Mahan called him off and made the play. It was perfectly set up to throw quickly into home plate. So Rockefeller is out. And 48 remains at first. Time called. The runner at first is talking to his coach. He gets back on the bag. So 2 outs and 2 on. Top of the 4th inning, a 2-run lead, 3-1 for Winthrop. Winthrop's looking for its 8th victory of the season. Marblehead looking for its 11th. Throw over to first. The tag is not in time. Risky play. If the ball gets by Canuccio, then Gagnon would be on his way home. There goes the runner to second. He's safe at home, a double steal. So this run was scored by Gagnon, who at first looked like he was fooled by the fake, then came barreling down the line, and the ball was, it looked like it was dropped. I was fooled as well. But the upshot of it is another run for Winthrop. And Fodiatis is at second. 2 outs. The fake was that he was going to throw to second. And it looked like the ball popped out. Maud makes the catch. Shows the ball to the umpire, and it's a 1 unassisted, but another run comes in. through 3.5. It's 4-1 Winthrop. Bottom of the 4th inning. Brooks Keefe comes to the plate. Marblehead trailing it by 3. First pitch swinging out into left field for a base hit. So Keefe is on. Second hit of the day, his second single.
17, Ian Maud.
So he starts off the bottom of the 4th inning with a single to left. Ian Maud comes to the plate. He's the pitcher. He was called out on strikes or went down swinging in the 2nd inning. He was a swinging strikeout. Let's see if Fodiatis is as concerned with the runner at first as Marblehead's been. This one gets away from Kinsella, the catcher, and the runner stays put. Ian Maud swings and pops it up. Shortstop gonna let it go by him, and this left fielder. I don't know so Maud flies out to left field. The shortstop made it look like he was going to make the catch, but it wasn't really anywhere near him. But it was the left fielder who had to come in and make the play, and that was Ryan Gagnon. So 1 out, 1 on. Drake Wyman, center fielder, comes to the plate for Marblehead. Grounded out in the 2nd inning. Keefe takes a 2-step lead off of first. Two 2-0 to Wyman. Three balls, no strikes. And a base on balls. So 1 out, but 2 on.
Now batting for Marblehead, number 12, Steph Shepard.
Back to the top of the order, Steph Shepard comes to the plate. He singled and scored in the 3rd, Marblehead's only run, and he was out on a foul fly to the catcher. Coach DiGregorio talking to his battery. What's baseball without a little Elvis in the background? And they break it up. Fodiatis has gone all the way for Winthrop. Has a 4-1 lead right now with Shepard at the plate. And 2 runners on. Fodiatis delivers. This one's hit in the air to left. Left fielder loses his cap, but the center fielder has the beat, and he gets over his head. Safe. Runners are stopping. All the runners stop. I don't know. That was a pretty conservative base running. Trailing it by 3 in the 4th. The runner was stopped at 3rd. The runner at 2nd picked up on it. So Keefe is at 3rd, Wyman is at 2nd, and Shepard is at 1st. And it's Riley Schmidt. He walked and grounded out earlier in the ball game. Bases loaded, 1 out. Pitches up high. This is one of those opportunities like I was talking about earlier in the ball game. 2-0 to Schmidt. That when you're trailing it by 3 and you've got the bases loaded, you've got to make something happen. A little bit high. 3-0. Fortieta steps off the rubber and Riley Schmidt steps out of the batter's box. Everyone's back and ready. Strike called. Three and one. Of course, no matter how good that pitch was, it's very strong odds that the batter would not swing at it, especially with the bases loaded. This one's hit. Foul. Left fielder doesn't go after it, and somebody from the bench will go after it for Marblehead. 3-2. 1 out, bases loaded. Keefe at third, Wyman at second, Shepard at first, and Schmidt at the plate. Fodietis delivers. This one's high and away. And a walk and a run. That brings Keefe across the plate. On to third goes Wyman. Up to second is Shepard. And on with a walk is Riley Schmidt. So Schmidt, Shepard, and Wyman with the number 3 batter in the order, the right fielder, Shane Keogh. He had a big double in the first inning. That'll do it for Fodietis. And it's going to be number 10. Let's see, who is that? Do I have that number? I think I do. Matt DeCarney. He's one of the captains. Plays a multiple number of positions, that is, first, third, and pitcher. He's coming in here in relief. With Shane Keogh at the plate. And Fodietis having walked in a run. It's now 4-2. I imagine he'll come in for Fodietis in Fodietis' position, not for the designated hitter position, obviously. So McCarney, Matt. DeCarney. He's a junior. And where's number 10? He's about completed his warm-ups. Field umpire is telling the defensive outfield to get back in their position as we're just about to get back underway. One more warm-up pitch.
Now batting from Marblehead, number 14, Shane Keogh.
Shane Keogh at the plate with the bases loaded, trailing it by 2. Big hit here can put Marblehead in front, or at least tie it up. Was tempted, but it wasn't perfect. He takes strike one. Canuccio is on deck. Carney steps off the rubber. In the dirt. So Fodiatis goes 3 1/3 up high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fodiatis was good through the first 3 innings, but began to lose control here in the 4th. This one's also in the dirt. And DeCarney is in danger of walking in a run. Ball 4. Another run comes in. This time it'll be Wyman.
Now batting for Marblehead, number 15, Chris Canuccio.
So Keogh walks. That puts Keogh at first, Schmidt at second, Shepard at third. And the batter is Canuccio. Ball 1. It's now a 1-run ball game. 4-3. Winthrop. DeCarney delivers a strike, 1-1. We're in the 4th inning. Home 4th, 1 out, bases loaded, 2 runs in. Couple of walks have brought in 2 runs. This one's hit in the air towards left. Left fielder on his horse. Goes into foul territory. Does he get it? I didn't get it. Hard to tell at first, but when he didn't come up showing the ball in his glove. This one's hit over the shortstop and into left center. Bobbled out there. 2 runs are in. Here comes the 3rd run. So a clutch hit by Canuccio. He ends up at first, and 2 runs come in.
Now batting for Marblehead, number 2, Bodie Bartram.
Shepard scores. Schmidt scores. Keogh is at third. And Canuccio's at first, excuse me, on the single. And Bodie Bartram, excuse me, stands in with runners at the corners and just 1 out. 4 runs have scored in this inning. Marblehead leads it now, 5-4. Bodie Bartram at the plate. He's the second baseman. Matt Mahan is on deck. Time called. Looks like Bodie Bartram asked for the timeout. DeCarney delivers. This one's flied to right. Caught there. Here comes the throw in. The throw gets by, and a run scores on the tag. Nice heads-up play by Shane Keogh and the coaching down there at third. Brings another run across as as Barton flies out to right for the second out of the inning, but also knocks in a run on the long fly, a sac fly, you might say, if you're scoring at home. This one's loose. The throw's out to second. The bouncing throw is in time, and he's out. So Canuccio is out 2-4. But it was a big inning. The fourth inning was a 5-run inning for Marblehead, and they now lead it 6-4. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner, bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll take a break. Top of the fifth inning, Marblehead scored 5 in the bottom of the fourth, and they now lead it 6-4. And it's Peter Silverman, the shortstop at the plate. He's grounded out twice. Maud delivers on the swing by Silverman. 1-1 to the leadoff hitter in the lineup for the Vikings. Down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Winthrop got a couple in the second inning, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. That one looked pretty close. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4. So a walk for Silverman. And it's Colin Kinsella. He's doubled and scored, and doubled and was retired at second. Maud looks over to first. Silverman's only about 3 steps off. A little in tight, so it's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colin Kinsella, the catcher. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kinsella's has a couple of doubles today. He's got a runner in scoring position. 3-1. Even with just a 3-step lead, Maud goes over to first. He's got a lot of confidence, obviously, in his first baseman. Maud delivers. This one's hit on the ground to the second baseman. Taylor made on to first, and that was in the dirt.
Now batting for Winthrop, number 7, Zachary Bogan.
I didn't see a call, but I think he was safe. He is safe. So Kinsella reaches on a fielder's choice, and Silverman is retired 4-6. And the batter is Zach Bogus. Bogus is the first baseman. 0 for 2, fly to left and grounded to third. Bertram looked like he was coming out of that crouch looking to throw down to first, and Bogus was kind of in the way. But it's not his job to get out of the batter's box. It's a tough throw for the catcher to come out of the box with a left-handed batter and try to make the throw to first. I've seen some in the pros who don't leave their stance but throw it behind the batter right down the line to the first baseman. It's still a tough throw no matter how good you are, what position you're playing. This one's fouled away to the left side behind the Marblehead bench. Maud set to deliver. Here goes the throw to second, and not in time. Runner is safe. So stolen base after the fielder's choice. Got Kinsella on the bag. He steals second. 1 out, 1 on. Bogus remains at the plate. Maud delivers. Curve hangs up there. 2-2. 1 out, 1 on. Marblehead with a 2-run lead after putting up 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. We're now in the top of the 5th. This one's hit right back at Maud. He was leaning the other way, and if he tried to make a stab at it, here comes the throw into the infield. Canuccio came across from first base to be at the mound, or just to the right of the mound, and backing up the plate was the pitcher, Ian Maud. So a single moves Kinsella on to third. And they're having a conference at the mound. Coach Giardi going over defensive strategy, I'm sure. Maud looks like he's still in pretty good shape. And the home plate umpires strolling out to the mound very slowly. And let's see if they break just before, yeah, just as he gets there, they break. Mark Nemaskal is the home plate umpire. So we've got runners at the corners. Bogus at first and Kinsella at third. Phil Boncourt is the batter, the center fielder. In tight, ball 1. 1 out, 2 on. Top of the 5th inning, Marblehead leads it 6-4. Up and away. Phil Boncourt, center fielder. hit by a pitch and singled. Scored a run in the second. Maud fakes to third, then looks back to first. Doesn't go either place. Boncar steps out of the box. Center fielder now is ready with the bat. Strike called at the knees. Maud looks across over his shoulder to the first baseman. Swing and a miss. Runner took advantage of Maud not paying close attention to him and stole second. Heads up play for Winthrop. So 2 runners in scoring position for Boncar. It's one of those things that will eat away at a player when they make a mental error like that. How could I do that? This one's popped in the air. Out to center field. The catch is made. The throw comes to home. It's not in time. Runner's at second. So the batter is out, and a run scores. Fly to center. The run is scored by Kinsella. He's the one who reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base. And on to, at second base, is Bogus. Ryan Gagnon at the plate. He's had a big day. He bunted, scored, and scored in the second inning. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the fourth inning. 6-5, it's a 1-run ball game. Swing and a miss by Gagnon. Maud delivers. Hit in the air towards center field. Getting a beat on it and making the catch out there is Drake Wyman. And that does it for the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning, Matt Mahan is coming to the plate. He doubled in the second and hit a pop foul, a pop fly. It was in foul territory to the first baseman. So it's a 6-5 ball game here in the home half of the 5th inning. Mahan hit a double back in the second inning to go with his pop foul fly. Sends well outside. Mahan stays away. 2 balls, 1 strike to the left fielder. Carved foul right off the backstop. Two and 2. Wind has died down. 3 and 2. Carved foul over the back of the backstop or the grandstand. Mahan, swinging strike. 1 down. It'll be Brooks Keefe now. Brooks Keefe singled and scored in the 5th. Singled is 2 hits in 2 trips to the plate, and he scored a run. Marblehead would like to get a little bit of insurance here in the dirt. Kinsella. Brooks Keefe. DeCarney on the mound in relief. This one's hit towards the second baseman and well within his reach. He grabs it for the out. 2 down. And Ian Maud comes to the plate. Pinch hitter.
Number 28, Charlie Sachs.
Pinch hitter, let's take a look. Charlie. Charlie Sachs, number 28. He comes in the 5th inning as a pinch hitter. So it's hit right back at the pitcher, but DeCarney handles it after it bounces off of him. Makes the throw to first. It goes 1-3, and a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 5th inning for Marblehead. We'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And if you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. That's marbleheadtv.org. So it's the top of the 6th inning, a 1-run lead for Marblehead, 6-5. This one's hit foul territory. Catcher over there, and it's out of play. The batter is DeCarney. No, it's Matt Noonan. DeCarney came in for what should be on deck. He was a relief pitcher. I put him in the wrong spot. It's Matt Noonan.
Number 6, Matthew Noonan.
So Matt Noonan, the right fielder, with a 1-2 count. Struck out twice so far today. Maud delivers, swing and a miss. Two strikes, couldn't see the balls. The umpire puts up fingers. It was apparently, it doesn't matter because it was a strikeout, his 3rd of the ball game. And it'll be DeCarney.
Now batting for Winthrop, number 10, Matthew DeCarney.
Came in the 4th. Relief pitcher. Ian Maud delivers. DeCarney just took a swipe at it. Down low, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt DeCarney. DeCarney asks for time. Maud stops the windup. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. 1 run Marblehead lead, 6-5. This one's hit in the air to center field. Heading back, but getting a beat on it, making the catch. Marblehead's center fielder, Drake Wyman. So deep fly to center field, but Drake Wyman is there to haul it in. 2 down, and it's the designated hitter, Evan Rockefeller. Strike called.
From Marblehead, number 11, Evan Rockefeller.
I imagine Evan Rockefeller has probably heard every Rockefeller joke they could possibly think of. This one's hit on the line for a base hit to left field. Mahan handles it, gets it back in quickly, and it's a single for Rockefeller. His second hit of the ball game. Out of the 8th slot, he has a double earlier in the game in the second inning. Fly to left in the 4th, and now he singles. So 2 hits. He's 2 for 3. The batter is Spencer Parco. 2 down, 1 on. 1 run Marblehead lead in the 6th. Strike called. Parco has he's 0 for 2, grounded to short and hit it right back at Ian Maud, who made the play unassisted.
Now batting for
Off the plate.
number 1, Spencer Parco.
Maud taking a close look at Rockefeller at first. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rockefeller leaning slightly. Swing and a miss, and he gets out of it. 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. Marblehead coming up in the bottom of the 6th. So as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, pinch hitter Chris DeWitt in place of Drake Wyman in the number 9 slot. Strike called. Hit right back at DeCarney, jogs over towards first, makes the play. 1-3. 1 down, back to the top of the order. And it's Steph Shepard, designated hitter. Scored a couple of runs today. He's got a single in the 3rd.
Now
And
batting for Marblehead, number 12, Steph.
scored in the 3rd and the 4th. Steph Shepard. Strike on the inside edge. Shepard pulled back from it, but it was called a strike. To Carney. Hit on the ground toward the second baseman. Fields it on the second hop. Throw is high, but handled by Zach Bogus.
Now batting for Marblehead, number 7, Riley Schmidt.
Riley Schmidt comes to the plate. He's walked twice and grounded out. Scored a run in the 4th. Two down in the home half of the 6th, called first strike on Schmidt. One and one to Riley Schmidt. That one slipped out of the hand, and Schmidt didn't want to bail on it because the pitch was behind him. So he just stayed where he was, and the catcher reached out and caught it. Carney delivers, and it's in the dirt. Schmidt stands in. DeCarney gets ready. That's a ball. Ball 4. So Marblehead gets a base runner with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting from Marblehead, number 14, Shane Keogh.
The right fielder, Shane Keogh, comes to the plate. He walked and scored in the 4th, doubled in the 1st, and hit it to the first baseman back in the 3rd inning. Kinsella wants to talk a little bit to his pitcher, Matt DeCarney. Looked like the bench from Winthrop was asking if they wanted to have a full-fledged meeting, but Kinsella just looked like he was saying, no, it's okay. Maybe they're talking about the runner at first. Back in time is Riley Schmidt. It was close as Bogus was putting the tag on. Schmidt was back on the bag. Strike called. DeCarney has a, has a sort of a herky-jerky kind of motion. This one's hit in the air towards left and deep. Gets over the head. Here comes the runner around second. Heading towards third. He's going to go. He's got the go signal. In at second with his with a double and a run-scoring double. An insurance run was Shane Keogh. He pounded that one. Deep left, and it scores Riley Schmidt. A big day for Shane Keogh. 2 doubles, a base on balls, and a walk. He scored a run as well after that walk. Canuccio. Keogh at second. 7-5, 2-run lead for Marblehead. Carney's pitch is a strike. 1 ball, maybe 2 strikes. In the dirt, Kinsella, a very reliable catcher today. Haven't seen him before, but he's been very consistent. DeCarney steps off the mound, and now Kinsella wants to to go talk to him a little bit. Steps off the rubber as Keogh was jogging back to back to second base. But there were no defenders around him, so there was no one for DeCarney to throw it to. And then Kinsella went out. So Canuccio is he singled, walked, struck out, and gets tagged out here. But Marblehead picks up a run here in the 6th inning, and as we head to the 7th, which in high school baseball is the final inning unless there's a tie score and it goes to extra innings. It's Marblehead 7 and Winthrop 5. 2-run lead for Marblehead. Top of the 7th inning, 2-run lead for Marblehead. They get 3 outs and don't give up 2 runs. They win the ball game. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from the relief pitcher now, Cody Selvius. Number 9 comes in relief of Ian Maud. And gets away from Bartram. Peter Silverman. Grounded out 3 times. Short, third, and second. This one's hit in the air. Center fielder coming in, calling for it, makes the catch. 1 down. Drake Wyman. I believe that's who that is. And the left-handed batter here is Colin Kinsella. Scored a couple of runs, has doubled. Reached on a fielder's choice and doubled early. He's got a couple of doubles in the ball game. Colin Kinsella. Hit back at the screen. Cody Selvius is on the mound in relief of Ian Maud for Marblehead. This one's up high. Got out of Bertram's glove and Selvius' pitch is down low, but hit in the air to right field. Keogh drifting back, now over towards center and hauls it in. 2 down. Zach Bogus.
Number 7, Zachary Bogus.
Bogus has singled and stole a base in the 5th. And flied to left and grounded to third. 1 for 3. Selvius trying to close it out here with a 1-2-3. 7th inning. One out away from that. Selvius delivers, and the pitch is up high. 2-0. Hit on the ground inside the in fair territory. They were the runner was confused. He could have gone to second if he had been aggressive about it, but he pulled up and stopped. The umpire. Foul ball. Initial ruling, it might be a foul ball. I don't know. It looked fair to me. It looks like Coach G. Gregorio is not particularly pleased with the explanation he's getting from home plate umpire Mark Nemaskal. The runner remains at first. It really doesn't seem like there's a question of it being a foul ball because it was inside the line at least by a foot and went between the first baseman Canuccio and the bag, and he was pretty close to the bag. But it was a hard shot. Now home plate umpire is explaining what happened and what he ruled to Marblehead coach Mike Giardi. So it looks like it's going to be a single. Was the question that there was no coach there, and it still isn't a coach there. And so the runner was confused as to what he should do. So they're holding a team meeting now on the mound. Trying not to let things go off the rail here when they're 1 out away from their 11th win of the season. Well, the meeting breaks up. And there are 2 down, a runner at first after a sort of unusual play. And Bogus is at first. Phil Boncourt is up. He was hit by a pitch, singled, and flied to center. Scored a run in the 2nd inning. Selvius on the mound. He delivers. This is away from the batter. Ball 1. Selvius delivers in the dirt. Ball 2. So you can't let things get away from you. Nothing in this situation helps more than having been there before. Strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out, runner on. Marblehead leads it by 2 in the top of the 7th. Foul ball, no, fair ball. Second baseman can't handle it. Gets out into short right field, and the throw comes back in. Gets by the shortstop, and now it has to be retrieved by the pitcher.
Now batting for Winthrop.
So things are getting interesting.
Number 14,
A single between
Michael Donahue.
the second baseman and the first baseman puts runners at first and second. 2 out. Pinch hitter here. Oh, no, excuse me. 14. Gets away from the catcher. No advancement on the play. Let's see, who is this? Michael Donahue, sophomore, is a pinch hitter here. Pinch hits for Gagnon. In the dirt. In the 7th. Pinch hitter. Selvius here in a bit of a jam. The tying run's at first. The winning run's at the plate. Or no, the lead run, let's put it as the lead run is at the plate. Because if they were to tie it up or take the lead, Marblehead would still get their bats in the bottom of the 7th inning. They would like to not have to go that far. Sylvia steps off the rubber. Sylvia's pitch, high and tight. Ball 4, the base is loaded. Pinch hitter for Winthrop. It's number 9. It says Jackson Andy. That's his name. Everyone else's names go in that same order. So 15 is pitching for Marblehead. Okay. So we got a couple of changes for Marblehead here as the Magicians try to pick up the final out of the ball game. There's a new pitcher. It's Chris Canuccio goes from first base to the mound here with 2 down and the bases loaded in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. And Jake Skoglund goes to first base. And Selvius is lifted. And a pinch runner. This is good because he runs for Boncourt. Pinch runner, 7th inning, is number 19. And that's Bill Hayes. So Canuccio's been in these situations before. He's got 1 man to face.
Number 15, Chris Canuccio.
And the pinch hitter is number 9, Bill Hayes. Excuse me, number 9 is Jackson Andy. I don't know if that's a misprint or... I'll just go with what the program says. It's a Winthrop generator program, so I'm sure they got Jackson Andy, yep. A lot of substitutions, but that's a good thing. It's in high school baseball. It's not if you get lifted, you're not out of the game. Sometimes they can bring a pinch runner in for you. You're still in the game defensively, and you can get to bat again. Canuccio needs 1 out. He's got the bases loaded. It's in the dirt. Ball 1 to Andy. Bogus is at first. Hayes is at second as a pinch runner. And Donahue is running at first. Canuccio's pitch is a strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marblehead leads it by 2. 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. 1 more out wins the ball game. A base hit could tie it. Swing and a miss. It hit the catcher in a bad spot. drops his glove, drops his helmet, and bends over. Suddenly it's silent on the field. David Bartram is hurt. He's on his knees with his forehead on the ground. Coach stands there, and they're thinking about the possibility of a replacement suiting up. The replacement is suiting up. Whether or not he'll come in is a question. He's on his feet. David Bartram. He's going to try to walk off to the mound a little bit, maybe get a couple more seconds. Canuccio is going over strategy, or maybe saying, "I know you, I feel your pain," or "I know you, I know what you're talking about." So Andy is at the plate. Jackson Andy. Parents apparently have a nice sense of humor. Canuccio, Marblehead's third pitcher of the ball game, delivers. Grounded to foul. It's foul ball down the third base line. I have to say the umpiring today with this crew has been pretty good. Mark Hall in the field and Mark Nemescal is behind the plate. He's done a pretty good job. That's one thing about sports that I really would not want to ever do is umpire or referee or strike called. The ball game is over. Canuccio closes the door on the ball game. A called strike on Jackson Andy. Marblehead wins it 7-5. Moves to 11-7. Winthrop drops to 7-11. And an interesting game. It was a 3-run lead after the third inning for Winthrop. Marblehead got a run in the third and then 5 in the fourth. They picked up one more in the sixth inning, and then they held on. Ian Maude had a nice outing, did a very good job, and Marblehead has a nice victory. So stay tuned, because when we return, I'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game.
The Marblehead Sports Shop offers custom sports apparel, team uniforms, and Marblehead branded one-of-a-kind gifts, and is proud to present the MHS Sports on MHTV Player of the Game.
Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game, Shane Keogh, right fielder, had an outstanding game, couple of doubles, scored a run, and a base on balls, and he was good defensively as well. Congratulations, Shane Keogh from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game Award, and we'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. Once again, the final score, Marblehead 7, Winthrop 5. For all of us here at MHS Sports, MHTV that is, I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?